like, share, subscribe.
Fond of ghosts, nervously glanced at Scooby. Like, you think it's a ghost, Scooby? He asked. Scooby-Doo whimpered, shaking his head in fear. Raggy, he said in his usual terrified tone. That night, just as the clock struck midnight, the gang made their way to the lighthouse, which loomed ominously against the full moon. The air was thick with fog, and the sound of crashing waves echoed from the rocky shore. As they climbed the steps to the top of the lighthouse, they noticed the beam of light flickering on. It was as if the lighthouse had a mind of its own. At the top of the lighthouse, they were startled to see a figure in a tattered cloak standing near the light. The figure turned slowly, revealing an eerie, ghostly face with hollow eyes. The gang froze in fear. "Raggy! Row! Scooby cried, tugging at Shaggy's sleeve. Shaggy was too scared to move, but Fred took charge. "I'll distract the ghost while Velma, Daphne, and Shaggy check the surroundings," Fred said. "Velma, do you have any ideas?" Velma adjusted her glasses and looked around the lighthouse. "There has to be a hidden passage or a way to trick the light on. Let's search for a switch." She quickly moved to the base of the lighthouse, where a dusty old control panel was hidden behind a pile of crates. As she worked on it, Daphne inspected the ghost figure. Meanwhile, Fred bravely approached the ghost. "Hey, mister! What are you doing here?" he demanded. But the ghostly figure only let out an eerie laugh. "You'll never uncover the secret of this lighthouse," it hissed. But Fred wasn't intimidated. He grabbed a nearby rope and swung it toward the figure, only for it to disappear into thin air. "It's a trick!" Fred exclaimed. "This is no ghost. Let's go find out what's really going on." The gang, now filled with determination, returned to the base of the lighthouse, where Velma had discovered a secret trap door hidden beneath the control panel. They opened it cautiously, revealing a dark passageway leading underground. With a collective gulp, they decided to investigate further. The passageway led them to a hidden room, where they found an old journal belonging to Captain Thorne. In the journal, it was written that Captain Thorne had hidden his treasure deep in the lighthouse, intending to keep it safe from pirates who might come after him. The treasure had never been found, and over time, the legend of Captain Thorne's ghost had been created to keep treasure hunters away. But there was one catch. Captain Thorne's treasure was guarded by a series of complex traps set to keep intruders out. The gang quickly realized that the ghost was a person, a treasure hunter, trying to scare people away from the lighthouse in order to claim the treasure for themselves. With Velma's intellect, Daphne's resourcefulness, and Fred's quick thinking, they were able to disable the traps one by one. When they finally reached the treasure, they were shocked to discover it wasn't gold or jewels, but something far more valuable, an ancient map showing the location of many other pirate treasures hidden around the world. Just as they were about to leave, the ghost appeared once again, this time revealing themselves to be the mayor of Crystal Springs. He had been using the legend of Captain Thorne's ghost to scare off anyone who might stumble upon the treasure map. But now, his plan had been foiled, and he was arrested for his deceit. The gang left the lighthouse victorious, with yet another mystery solved. They waved goodbye to the people of Crystal Springs, who were now free from the mayor's lies and the ghostly terror. "Well, Scoob, looks like we solved another mystery," Shaggy said with a grin, while Scooby-Doo barked happily. "Roo-row, we sure did, Raggy." As the Mystery Inc. gang drove off into the sunset, they knew that there were still many more.
Mysteries waiting for them to solve, and with Scooby and Shaggy always ready for the next adventure, they were more than ready for whatever came their way.
Thanks for watching.